what are some of the things, keeping privacy in mind, that would have to change in order to keep list-based conquesting a viable option in a marketing strategy? Bill, you want to start with that?
Yeah, well, I think first is like, I think it starts with being careful where you're getting your list, right? I think brands need to be super cautious that they're not going with these run-of-the-mill kind of like, fly-by-night companies. You got to know what you're doing because, you can get sued pretty easily. So I think it's almost like, the most dangerous kind of data right now is third-party data. So I think you have to be very careful as far as that goes. So, I personally think that brands should prioritize their own list building of their existing customers, and that's where we need to be looking. So I don't know if that answers your question or not.
Oh, would you say that they should own their audience?
Yeah, exactly. Well, listen,
I knew this shirt would come in handy.
The number one thing any business can do is build a list of people who know, like, trust them. I don't love that term, but that's what it is, right? Your own list, your own audience that you own. No one can take from you. You can't be deplatformed. No one can come around and shut you down because they don't like what you're selling. It is, a currency for a customer. It future-proofs you, and you don't give your life, your business, your soul over to companies like Facebook and Google and Amazon that at any time the wind could blow wrong and they're going to suddenly not like what you're doing and shut you down, and now you're basically screwed. So I think every brand needs to have a system, a process of capturing, storing safely their own data so that they can market to it when they want, how they want, whenever they want.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to that point also, you mentioned privacy, right? And Bill had talked a minute ago about GDPR and CCPA and how that regulation and handling of data is becoming more scrutinized, and specifically with CCPA, how it gives consumers more control of their own personal information gathering. But with this latest one with CPRA, it really is heavily focused on, the businesses that are generating 50% of their revenue by selling data, right? Which is a whole nother issue inside of the quality that Bill was talking about. It's just changing hands left and right. So, if you could step back from that and say, okay, maybe instead of being so heavily reliant on third-party data lists to try to, increase my business, maybe there's some things happening in this first-party data world that I need to pay attention to and create and harvest my own first-party data. And I think that's where we think we can help.